Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I do resin on my coasters. This one has already got one layer of resin, and this is how I put the tape on the back of my coaster, and I leave the edges clear, so when the resin drops it leaves the nice finish on it on the sides as well. So all of the tiles I have done on same way. This is how I like to do it. So these these are the lids from the bottles that I use to hold my tiles for the coaster tiles, and it's quite stable and it holds really nicely. So sometimes I use the cups as well. This one is a lid from the acrylic paint tube, which I normally save as well. It's really good to use them to hold. As the resin, two parts I already mixed. Already stirred for 2 minutes, so it's already mixed properly. And I use the silicone cup so I can reuse it. So when it's dry I just peel it off and wash it and reuse it. I use the Just For You online UK resin. It's 2 parts of resin and 1 part hardener, and it's heat resist. So let's get started. So what I do, I pour the first layer. When I did it, I do the thin layer. The second one is a bit thicker than what I did last time. So this is how I just pour resin over the coaster. Resin itself is self-leveling, so you don't need to worry about, but you do need to make sure you touch every single part of the surface where you're putting your resin. So I use my fingertip to rub gently the resin on the surface. So this is the reason why I do it. It gets rid of all the bubbles as well, and it gives really nice finish, and make sure just touching everything as well. So first I do the top, and then I go over the sides as well to leave its nice finish. So you can see there's a big dip there, so when you do it you just need to make sure you cover all the way. And this is my second layer, so I have to make sure it doesn't leave any blank. So the first one is done. For safety, always to follow the manufacturer safety instruction. In mine one, I always use my nitrile gloves, and I work in well ventilated area. Right now I'm using floor. I'm doing the resin on a floor. That's because my studio is full of wet painting board tables, so that's what I'm doing on a floor. And I use the silicone mat, or sometimes I just use the baking paper. If any drips or anything, I can just easily peel it off. This is small size gloves, but it's too big on me still. I've got very small hands. Just making sure all the sides done as well. You may be wondering what's the painting on this coaster. These are called Shelley Blooms. Shelley introduced her course. She released it, I think it was in September, and she gave out all the recipes and her ingredients, how to make this bloom, and did the tutorial on it. So I bought the course, and yeah, so I started doing on a coaster on a small scale, but I have done a few on big canvases as well. Alright, here I found something stuck in a resin, which is like, you know, the big string things. So that's the one thing you need to make sure you get it out before you start drying, because on this resin I have 90 minutes working time, so I'll be able to pull it out, will I? Done it, yeah. So yeah, just need to make sure it's not too much not having dust in your art wherever you're working, no flies or anything like this, because it will live in a resin and you won't have the finish you want, because you want a clear glass finish. So yeah, and once you finish, just look it properly under the light. If any spot you left or anything you can find, you need to work it more there, just to make sure before you start drying. Otherwise you will end up with a spot there, because sometimes what happens, the resin doesn't if it's not enough resin, it doesn't do the self leveling itself, and you have to touch yourself and touch it and do it yourself. So yeah, now I'm going to use my heat gun to get rid of the bubbles, if any more bubbles left there, just as a precaution, because I don't want any bubble trapped in my resin. So this is the heat gun I use, and I'm going to go quickly one by one tiles, and I'll do twice, go over twice. So make sure, because the heat makes it pop up. So here you go, that's done, and thank you guys for watching. This is how I do my resin on the tiles and on a canvas as well.